Welcome to Nanoleaf Live 2024. We've got a lot to show you today, so get excited. And don't forget to stick around until the end for a live Q&A session with Nanoleaf CEO and co-founder Gimmy, where you can ask all the questions you have about everything you're going to see today. Jimmy has a bad habit of revealing all of Nanoleaf's top secret projects, but luckily for him, that's the whole point of this event. For over 10 years, Nanoleaf has been lighting up the world one bulb and panel at a time. Our lights were pioneers in building the ground floor of what smart lighting could really be. But there's one thing that we at Nanoleaf always challenge ourselves to think about. What's on the next level? What are panels that go beyond just panels? Or lights that go beyond just lighting? What does smart look like when it gets even smarter? The next level of lighting is finally here, and it's looking bright. Introducing Blocks, the first family of panels that take lighting and customization into the third dimension. The Blocks line includes 5 mix and match styles that you can combine in endless ways to create your own completely custom lighting display. Blocks Squares feature edge-to-edge illumination for evenly diffused lighting in a sleek geometric shape. And 2 linker slots per side allow for straight or offset connections for extra design freedom. Blocks Small Squares put all the fun of squares into a fun-sized package, perfect for adding extra details or creating pixel art designs. Blocks Textured Squares have a 3D look that adds new dimension onto the classic square shape for an extra futuristic feel. Block Shelves add onto any square in your layout to turn your light art into a true light display to showcase your prized possessions and collectibles. And finally, the Blocks Light Pegboard offers the perfect display and storage solution for your gaming accessories, tech gear, and more, while just looking next level. Mix and match your favorite block styles to build the lighting display of your dreams, to suit your style and your space. Once you've got your layout, create or download endless color palettes and animations to make your layout truly your own. Add music visualization, screen mirroring, voice control, and more, and you'll find panels reimagined for the next level. But at Nanoleaf, we're not just lighting up your wall, we're lighting up your world. What started with Nanoleaf's Essentials line of bulbs and light strips has now gone above and beyond to, you got it, the next level. Light up your life with Nanoleaf's expanded line of essentials, covering all your lighting needs for indoor, outdoor, holidays, and more. And today, we're proudly introducing the newest addition to the line, Nanoleaf Smart Multicolor Permanent Outdoor Lights. With an exclusive, sleek, and simple mounting system, setting up your lights is faster and easier than ever before. Permanent outdoor lights are the perfect solution to instantly turn on the festivities for every holiday and celebration. Individually addressable LED pucks create mesmerizing multicolor animations, while also providing extra safety and security for your home year-round with ultra-bright white lighting with 3 cool and 3 warm LEDs. And with Matter compatibility, you can schedule your lights to turn on and off and control them with voice commands through your favorite smart home ecosystem. But while they're the newest member of the Essentials family, they're far from the only smart home staples we'll be releasing this year. Our A19 bulbs are finally coming to Wi-Fi for the most simple setup with no strings or threads attached. Our new multicolor and HD multicolor light strips with all new motions and animations add the perfect backlighting to any area of your home for that next level feel. And our new holiday string lights feature a longer length with more LEDs, an updated controller, and enhanced sound reactivity to put some extra jingle in your bells this holiday season. With the new extended line of essentials, your home will always have the perfect ambience for every occasion, and all with just a tap in the app. But if a tap in the app actually implies unlocking your phone, opening up an app, searching through your settings, and then finally just tapping, all to turn them on, it makes smart lighting feel kinda dumb. If only there was an easier way for your lights to switch on, something like this. Now, don't get me wrong, this is great at this and this. But when it comes to this, you're out of luck. Not to mention this, this, and this. Let's go. The Sense Plus Smart Wireless Anywhere Switch is the final puzzle piece in making smart lights actually smart. How? This switch is completely customizable to let you control any aspect of your lighting from anywhere you need it. As the name implies, the Anywhere switch can go absolutely anywhere and can control your Nanoleaf smart lights completely wirelessly, so you don't need to perform any complicated surgery on your home or be limited to the location of your existing wiring. Because a switch here is good, but a switch here is great. But we're not talking about just on and off. With 2 configurable buttons, you can set up to 6 quick actions to access your most reach-for features, like your favorite white lighting temperatures, mood-setting colors, or dynamic animated scenes. Plus, the dimmer control in the center lets you fine-tune your brightness with ease. And you're not just limited to bulbs. You can control any or all of your Nanoleaf lights, like your panels, lines, skylight, and more. This is made possible with Nanoleaf's new proprietary protocol called Lightwave that allows the switch to connect to your lights in a more robust and reliable way. You can add multiple devices within a room to all be controlled by one switch. So that means you can control your entire space with just the touch of a button that's exactly where you need it to be. Well, touch or don't touch, we did say next level. The Sense Plus Anywhere switch uses Nanoleaf Sense Plus technology to combine motion and daylight sensing to make your smart switch even smarter. The motion sensor turns your lights on right when you enter a room, completely hands-free, so you're never left in the dark. And with daylight sensing, your lights can be set to activate only when they're needed based on ambient lighting conditions. Turn on Sense Plus in the app and customize your sensors to your preferences and the preferences that make the most sense for your space, because no 2 spaces are the same. Fine-tune your sensor settings to be the perfect fit for your hallways, bathrooms, living spaces, and more, so that your lights are always on when you need them and off when you don't. But because it's Nanoleaf, we couldn't just stop there. We know that smart lighting is just one piece of your full smart home experience. So with Matter Early Access, you'll also be able to use the Sense Plus switch to control the scenes and routines from your smart home ecosystems. That means you can wake up to your good morning routine with warm, welcoming lighting and your favorite music playlist to get you going. Or activate movie time in your entertainment space to turn off your lights while turning on your smart TV for the most seamless viewing experience. Between the app, ecosystems, voice control, and now the switch, whatever you need in lighting and smart home will finally be right at your fingertips, no matter where your fingertips may be. On top of these new hardware releases, we also wanted to level up the Nanoleaf lights you already have in your home by developing exciting new features that take your Nanoleaf experience. So soon, we'll be releasing 2 new features in the Nanoleaf desktop app that'll provide an immersive new way for your lights to enhance your daily experiences: Orchestrator and Scenescapes. Orchestrator is an advanced, intelligent music visualizer for your lights that creates custom light shows tailored to your specific music. Whether it's pop, R&B, EDM, or even classical music, Orchestrator uses real-time song detection and analysis algorithms to curate complementary palettes and animated motions that move to the beat of every song. And whereas our classic rhythm feature uses a microphone to detect ambient audio, Orchestrator uses direct audio capture through your PC to select any output you choose for enhanced synchronization that reacts directly to your music without ambient interference. Whether you're listening to music on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, or even just the soundtracks of your favorite games, Orchestrator lets you select any audio source from your PC for total platform flexibility. Unwind to your favorite lo-fi beats as your lights display relaxed animations, or turn up the energy and set the perfect vibe for house parties and hangouts. Watch the effects transform in correspondence with the different sections of the music or changes of song. And regardless of the size of your Nanoleaf layout or number of devices, Orchestrator lets you experience a multi-sensory light show and at-home concert experience like never before. And after you get your heart pumping with Orchestrator, wind down with Scenescapes, the second new feature coming to the desktop app. Scenescapes recreates calming experiences that transport your mind to a place of meditative relaxation by combining enhanced lighting visualizations with soothing, complementary soundtracks. Explore different scenescape experiences, like listening to gentle ocean waves or the calm crackling of a fireplace. Scenescapes visuals go beyond traditional color scenes, with animations carefully designed to give a sense of realism, reinforced sonically with true-to-life sound effects that further enhance the immersion. Use Scenescapes to soothe your mind after a stressful day, or as the perfect background ambience while reading, working, or relaxing. With Orchestrator and Scenescapes, we're completely transforming the way you interact with your space, truly taking it to the next level in a way you've never seen before. So, like we said, the next level is looking bright, and we can't wait to see you there. But for now, join us live right here in Nanoleaf headquarters in Toronto for your Q&A session with Nanoleaf CEO and co-founder Jimmy Chu.
Hi, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That was amazing. We've been itching to just show you guys all of the hard work that our team has been working on for the last couple of years. Blocks, Sense Plus, Orchestrator, Scenescapes. These are all things that we've really poured our whole hearts in delivering all this. And there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that went into these projects. Ask my team, they'll tell you. But I'm here to do a live Q&A session. My name's Jimmy Chu. I'm one of the 3 co-founders of Nanoleaf. We've been working hard at this for about 12 years. But I think what you guys saw today, it's the amalgamation of all of this technology that we've been building. And we're trying to make it so that you could actually experience your world in a new way. So I'm excited to share with you I'm excited to share with you any answers to any questions that you guys might have. I have the live chat in front of me. There's about a 30-second delay, so bear with me. But I have been following on some of the chats, and thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining in. I know it's everyone's busy, but let's dive right in. We have about 15 minutes. I will check some of the questions on here. There's someone writing in here. When can we buy the Switch? That's a good question. So all of the things that you guys saw today, they're available for various degrees of pre-order. The Sense Plus Switch is actually shipping out around the end of October. So you'll get it, depending on which region you live in, it'll arrive somewhere around the end of October or early November. It's something that we've been working on for arguably about 8 years. It's the Sense Plus Switch. What we wanted to do was have it work wonderfully with all of the Nanoleaf products, and hence why we created the Lightwave technology. And on top of that, we wanted it to work with non-Nanoleaf stuff too, and hence why we had support for stuff like Thread as well as Matter. So all of that is coming out, and I'm super excited to share that with you guys. All right, looking in at some of the other questions. At Banana Slayer, I like the name. Are they all Matter compatible? That's a good question. A lot of people have been asking me that, and a lot of our panel products actually don't have support for Matter yet. And there's a reason for that. Matter currently doesn't support changing of scenes. So when you see something like this, where things are changing from a whole variety of different colors, within Apple HomeKit or some of the other platforms, you're able to trigger these scenes and get this effect. So you could say, hey Siri, set my lights to northern lights. With Matter, you don't have support for that yet. I know that's coming soon, and once they have that, we're definitely committed to supporting Matter, but we didn't want to take away features from customers. So that's something really important. There's a lot of other questions in here. Let's see. I will try my best to keep up. What is the pricing of each new product? I think if somebody from my team could maybe add that into the chat, or actually just browse the website. I think everything should be up on our website now, and you should be able to find the respective product, and you'll be able to see that. The next question in here is, when is the Scenescapes release date? Ooh, that's a good question. Our goal is to get that out around the end of September. We're just putting some final touches on there, but we wanted to make sure that we at least let you guys experience Orchestrator first. And Orchestrator right now is available on our desktop app. You can download it from our website. It's supported both on PC as well as Mac OS, and it's amazing. I definitely recommend that you guys check it out. Orchestrator is a personal passion of mine. I love music, and I love how kind of the different wavelengths of sound come together to form like something that sounds just absolutely beautiful. And it's amazing to be able to turn that music into something that you can visualize and see. So we did a lot of work in trying to recognize what the mood, the tempo of the music is, what the energy of the music is, and make it so that you could really feel the music when you're listening to it. And so, a lot of the footage that you guys saw from the keynote, that was actually shot in my basement. And so for the last couple of months while we were developing this, every day I would just sit in my basement and actually listen to different genres of music and really appreciate music in kind of a different way. So it's really cool. I recommend you try it out. Um, at RGB Bro Yo, I like the name. Fave new product launch. So I think I answered that. It's definitely Orchestrator because it makes all of our products better. So it's really, really cool. All right. There's someone called at NB. Can the pegboard just be mounted using double-sided tape? It can be, but we don't recommend it. It depends on how heavy the products that you're putting on there. So with all of our heavier testing, we actually ended up screwing it in, and a lot of the testing we did was with like stuff like dumbbells. We had like 5-pound weights, even 10-pound weights on some of both the shelving as well as the pegboards. But that was all screwed in. At home, I did set up a temporary installation with just double-sided tape. I could put those little Funko Pops in there, no problem, but it hasn't fallen yet, so it's good. All right. Let's see. HH asked the question, is Sense Plus battery powered? It is. So here is the Sense Plus switch. It uses a coin cell battery. I believe it's the CR, I think 2247. But it's super lightweight, and this is the power of something like Thread as well as Lightwave. It doesn't use that much battery power. It's super responsive. You'll see me actually adjusting this light right here. I could change the color temperature, I could change the color of the light, and it's pretty much instantaneous. And we tested this in our office. Now I'm going to turn on full brightness so you guys can really see. The thing with these light switches is it needs to work 100% of the time. And we wanted to make sure that we guaranteed that. And so we spent a lot of time and dedication in creating what we call Lightwave in order to achieve that with all of Nanoleaf's products. And it's something that it took us a long time to do. I know it looks like a simple product, but we feel that something like this is what's missing from your smart home. Yes, it's great to control your lights with your phone, your voice assistant, but sometimes it doesn't really replace the need for a physical button. The other aspect of it is the motion sensor itself, which means you don't even have to control it. You walk into the room and it gives you your light that you wanted. And then you leave the room without having to flick off the switch. That was one of my pet peeves growing up, when people would leave the lights on and you walk around the house and there's all these like lights on around your house because people just left it on. Now you don't have to worry about that. It will turn off on its own because it doesn't sense any motion. So that's something that's really cool. All right, at Eric Wellender, are the new Wi-Fi bulbs intended to replace your Thread bulbs in your product line? That's a very good question, Eric. And I love your YouTube channel, by the way. It's not meant to replace it. I think with our Thread light bulbs, Thread definitely serves a purpose, and I think there's a place for it in the future of smart home. I think the challenge for us is, people buy our light bulbs because they're Thread. But people also don't buy our light bulbs because they're Thread. And I think it's really around accessibility. Like, not everybody understands what Thread is. So for those customers, when they see a Thread light bulb, they're like, it requires a border router. What's this? You know what? I'm just going to pick up a Wi-Fi product instead. And meanwhile, the other people that are like, hey, I know what Thread is. I have all of the border routers that are needed, and I want to create a fully local solution. Then they're the ones that actually go out looking for our light bulb because it's Thread. So for us, what we wanted to do is actually just offer Wi-Fi products as an option to kind of complete the lineup and be everything to everyone in terms of smart lighting. And the good thing is this Sense Plus switch will work both with our Thread products as well as our Wi-Fi products, all of the new ones. All right. Next question. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with all of this. Adventi Views. Does the new light strip work with screen mirror? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So it's been working with screen mirroring for a long time. So if you download our desktop app, all of the HD light strip as well as the new light strip, they all work with screen mirroring along with our Thread products. So we really strive to support all products in all technology. So yeah. At Shane Watley, Will the Sense Plus require a Nanoleaf hub or connect directly via Thread? That's a good question. It doesn't require a Nanoleaf hub. It also doesn't technically require Thread. So the way we see it is not every customer has a border router. And if you just buy a Thread light bulb with our Sense Plus switch, it will actually connect directly to it. If you have 100 light bulbs in your home, without the need for a border router, it will still connect and actually be able to control things instantaneously. So that's part of the power of Lightwave, which is really slightly a play on words. It's a lightweight version of communications that uses the same radio as Bluetooth or Thread, and is able to reliably communicate locally within your smart home network. All right, let's keep going in here. Nanoleaf support has been a pain point for lots of people. So this was said by Mike. You're definitely right. I think ultimately support is something that I'm definitely aware of. We need to do better. In some part, it's the complexity of smart home and the complexity of some of the things like Thread and Matter. Thread and Matter introduced some new concepts to the smart home, like the idea of a Matter controller or the concept of a border router. And it's kind of crazy, but the bar for our technical support team, it's quite high. You need to learn how each and every one of these smart home platforms work. You need to understand how our products interact with it, and you also need to troubleshoot all of these issues when a light bulb doesn't work. And I remember, one time I was troubleshooting an issue with a colleague of mine, and the solution was to actually restart the voice assistant because you couldn't control your light, and that's not intuitive at all. But these are some of the challenges that we've had. But in addition to that, one of the investments that we made recently is we actually created a little training lab for our customer support team, where they're able to interact with all of the most popular voice assistants and Matter controllers, such as the Apple Home ecosystem, Google Home ecosystem, Amazon Alexa, Samsung SmartThings, and basically play around and reproduce some of the customer issues in order to better support them. In addition to that, we moved to a much better support platform in order to make sure that tickets get routed to the right queues. I think there was a batch of customers where those tickets unfortunately got routed to the wrong place and they didn't get a response for several days and weeks, and that was definitely unacceptable. But I think we're definitely trying to catch up and actually resolve some of those issues. So sorry about that. I think that's on us. We need to do better, and we're definitely working on it. Let's keep moving on. Eris asked the question, what happened to the Nala bridge? Wow, people keep up with what we announce over the years, which is great. So Nala, it stood for Nanoleaf Automated Lighting Assistant, I think, something like that. I think it was something that we announced a couple of years ago when we were first coming up with the concept of sensor-based switches. And over the years, with the development of Thread and Matter, we wanted to incorporate all of that technology in there. And really the focus for us became around reliability. And we knew that before we could add intelligent features on top of our sensor-based controls, we needed to make sure that it was kind of a bulletproof, reliable solution. And so I think we're there now, and we're going to continue to offer new intelligent features on top of our sensor products, and that will come with future firmware updates. So, for those of you guys that have our panel products, you'll know, I think we originally released it on version maybe 4.0 or 6.0. And now I think the latest firmware is either 11 or 12. So we've iterated a lot over the years, and we will do that as well with our Sense Plus lineup of products. All right, let's continue on. EJ, will the new parts be available for the Netherlands region soon? I regret picking that question because I don't know the answer to it. I think if somebody from our EU team, if you guys are on this chat, maybe you guys could answer this. But actually, I do know the answer to this. So we actually, as part of the support revamp, we are shipping replacement parts out of a consolidated warehouse. So I think if you submit a support ticket, we should be able to ship it to you in the Netherlands. Moving on to the next question, which is from Red Gaming. Will Thread and Matter come to Skylight? The next big thing coming to Skylight is actually support for Sense Plus. So Skylight, we launched that in January of this year. It's our modular ceiling fixtures that are plugged directly into the AC power outlet. And one of the things that I was contemplating is, do we hold off on launching this until we have the Sense Plus switch ready? And because when it's wired up into your home, it's always wired into a light switch. You want to be able to control it with a physical button. This is the missing piece to that. It's not super shiny. It's not super, doesn't look exciting, but it actually will solve a major problem for something like the Skylight. So this is actually something really great. I see a question from Charles Chu. It's actually my little brother. Thanks for tuning in, Charlie. What product am I most excited about? I answered that a little bit earlier. It is Orchestrator. It elevates everything, and my love for music and is something that it's a passion project. It's a passion project that I kind of rally all the music lovers from our company to come together and build it. And we really hope you like it and try it out. Let us know the feedback. Give us some comments on social media on how you like it, and we'll constantly improve it. So at HH, can you give us a clue about what you will release next year? That was actually going to be one of my questions for you guys. What would you guys want to see? Please add it to the chat, because a big part of the reason why we do these live streams is so that we could hear from you guys. We don't want to just build things in isolation. We want to build it with you guys in mind. And so anything that you guys are excited to see, whether it's kitchen lights or outdoor lights or not even lights, something beyond lighting, we love to really figure out what is that next level, right? And I hope you guys, I'm glad you guys got the elevator music thing at the beginning. I saw a lot of comments in the chat. Some people were like, "Oh, what's with this music?" Well, it's you can't mistaken it for anything else. It was definitely elevator music, but our team had a lot of fun with that. All right, continuing on. Let's see. Ooh, there's a lot of comments coming in. Oh, snap. Nanoleaf Permanent has wire covers. Oh, by Harvey Specter. I like that show. Thanks, guys. Okay. So Mali, and I don't want to butcher the last name, so I'll just skip that. But Jimmy, I have a question for you. Since I have 32 canvas panels, are the new panels compatible with them? Unfortunately not. The new panels actually use a very similar linker system as our Shapes product line, which is completely different from the canvas panels. So the Shapes product line and the Blocks panel line, they are compatible, but not with the canvas panels, unfortunately. So it's, in terms of aesthetics though, they also do look very different, so I don't recommend you putting them together. The canvas panels, they're quite a bit smaller than the Blocks panel. Also, they're a little bit different in thickness and brightness. So if I remember correctly, the Blocks panels gets up to about 400 lumens, whereas this one is around 40 to 50. Oh, sorry, my team's telling me 300 lumens, whereas these ones are only about 40 to 50 lumens. So right now we had to dim them down for the camera, but they get quite bright. And it's really cool because the light actually leaks out the side. So when you're, I have them in my basement on a white background, and you just see the glow of the light. It just feels like it's glowing on the wall, and it looks absolutely beautiful. All right. Somebody mentioned in here, sorry, the chats are going. Shane Watley made a comment. Oh, thank you so much. Live streams are hard. Kudos for doing these. I'm not the greatest at these. I get super nervous and anxious just beforehand. But I try my best to be present for you guys. And I think ultimately, shout out to my team, my both the marketing team as well as the R&D team. Everyone in my company has been really pouring their hearts and souls into creating all these products, and it's you guys, the customers, that we're doing it for. So we're really glad that you guys tuned in. This was 30 minutes out of your day. And, I'd love to stay on more, but if there's anything else that you guys have, send it into the chat. I'll definitely get to it. And love chatting with you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.